In this episode, the IGTC Golf 12 Hour. Qatar is going to host the WEC. We had Cadillac. Apparently they're going to Le Mans. Ooh. And we do have another F1 driver making an appearance at the Rolex. Welcome to episode 150 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rowell. I woke up Saturday morning, opened up the laptop, checked out YouTube, and saw that there were 4 hours remaining in a 12-hour endurance race.
Which race was that?
I think it was the Golf 12 Hours.
So it's a race that we would have wanted to watch.
Yes.
Why did we not know about this?
I don't know. I think it's because it's in one of many SRO series.
Oh.
They have many.
Because when we were talking last week, I remember looking through upcoming races and I went, wow, it is the off season, so is there anything? And I couldn't find anything. Really couldn't actually find any upcoming races.
You got to dig deep to find the ones that are from SRO and that are over in the desert area.
Well, because I would have loved to watch this.
It's GT3 multi-class racing. Yes.
I would have loved to watch that.
Yes.
How can SRO not freaking just consolidate some of this stuff?
No. We expand the series.
How many more series would you like?
You have many series, then we pile on many, many classes on top of many series, and that's how SRO rolls.
Yes, let's just make this as confusing as possible. And why did they not advertise this?
Don't know.
Why couldn't I find this on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Google, Bing? Why could I not find this? Because I would have wanted to watch this.
I don't know. Because SRO doesn't have the NASCAR marketing machine that's behind IMSA. So
it wasn't GT America. It wasn't GT4 America. It wasn't... Was it GT World Challenge?
I think it would have been Continental GT Challenge is what this was.
So, this is the IGTC, right?
Intercontinental GT Challenge.
Where did that come from?
Did have a race at Indianapolis. I think they do an 8-hour race there, if I recall.
What?
Yeah. I don't know. But you know what I want to do? Is I want to get all the SRO series up on our website, and I want to set a schedule on our website that you put in the schedule, and then you can add the races. And I want it to where if you subscribe to whatever series you want to watch, you'll get an email when a new race is added to the website, which that's coming. I was working on that this weekend.
Oh, sweet.
And then I want it to also notify you this weekend, these are the upcoming races for the series you're subscribed to.
I see.
Yes.
That would be helpful because
if me and you don't know about it, most people don't know about it.
Yeah,
we know about racing.
Yes.
We
last week we were talking, man, I'd love to watch some racing this coming weekend. Man, I really would really love to watch some racing this coming weekend. And I couldn't find anything.
Right. Intercontinental GT Challenge is actually on our website. They have the Bathurst 12, the Spa 24, the Indianapolis 8, and then they do the Kuwait 12.
So this is actually technically the series that does the Spa 24?
Yes, but there are other series intermingled in there.
Oh my God.
Because it's SRO.
God damn it, SRO. I don't understand you.
It was the same with the 8 hours at Indy. They had other series intermingled in the race, and the same with Bathurst. Don't question it. Just enjoy it. Okay? Just enjoy it.
I'm going to question it because I would enjoy it if I could watch it.
Well, let's take a look at some photos. How about that?
Okay. So you opened your laptop and saw, I'm assuming, a little bit of it at least?
I did. I had it on the background as I was working on the website, actually, trying to get that email stuff set up. But all I really remember seeing is some strategy plays and mainly that a Ferrari was ahead the whole time I was watching and never really had any challenge from anybody and then won the race.
That's lovely.
It wasn't the best racing, though.
Does not sound like it.
No.
It would have been better racing if more people were watching and they had people that knew about it.
Agreed. Yes.
I did quickly pull up the results of this race. Do you know who was racing in that Ferrari?
Whom?
Some drivers you've definitely heard of.
I definitely heard some names, and they were good drivers.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Antonio Fuoco.
Yep.
James Calato. Alessandro Pierguidi.
All very good drivers.
That is the actual Ferrari WEC team.
Right.
That is the actual AF Corsa Ferrari WEC team.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the actual drivers from WEC. And how did we not know about it? I'm so pissed off that I didn't know about this.
This is big-time racing. There's no doubt. But over here in the U.S., you're not going to hear about this race.
But if you're involved in watching SRO, you should be hearing about this.
I totally agree. But we know that the marketing machine
Of
behind
SRO is just shit.
SRO just doesn't do marketing well.
I'm looking through this results list, and I'm seeing a lot more familiar names.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing, what was this? Jan Magnussen. I'm seeing here, oh man, there's wow, look at this. There's Maro Engel. Yeah, here's a few names here that we've seen before, for sure.
So with this series only running 4 races, I suspect that what happens is all the marketing budget gets poured into the Spa 24. Reasonably so,
True.
right?
Yeah, it's the only rate. Well, Bathurst.
Bathurst is cool too, but that's a special one. The Spa 24 is the big headliner for this series. It's kind of the big headliner for SRO in general,
True.
to be honest. But if you look at the schedule, how much money are you really going to put into the Indianapolis 8 hours? Not that much.
About $12.
Right. Everybody around there wants to watch the Indy 500. That's all they care about, and that's fine. That's the track in the place that should.
Mm-hmm.
Or they want to watch other oval racing like NASCAR and whatnot. Sports cars at Indianapolis are cool but odd, right?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine. They're okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same sort of the same situation here in this is Dubai, right? This is Abu Dhabi
Yas Marina.
or Yas. Yeah, I think it's.
Where is Yas Marina at?
I think it's in Dubai. I don't know. Anyway, at Yas Marina, they have an F1 race here. So, do you really think that this is going to draw a big crowd?
No.
No. So, you're not going to get much marketing budget behind it. You're not going to hear much about it. That was the situation that we were in. There are bigger events that overshadow these events, so you don't hear much about it.
But I would have loved to watch it.
You didn't even hear much about SRO at Sebring. The only reason that I went is because a buddy got a Facebook ad for it, and it was dirt cheap to go. It was like $20. The racing, fantastic. The cars, fantastic. The drivers, fantastic. The budget behind the marketing, not big at all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Agree.
But that's just what SRO is right now.
So yeah, I guess that's the Golf 12 hour, isn't it?
Yep.
Interesting. Well, I do have some more sports car news.
All right.
And it's about the WEC. So apparently, the WEC is slated to race in Qatar beginning in 2024. Another Middle Eastern track.
Is this more oil money?
Oh, is that a question? Is that a question or a statement?
Man, you can just buy anything.
Would you like to buy Earth? I'm sure
guess.
Dubai will buy it.
I guess. That's crazy.
Apparently, they're going to be racing it. Was it the Lusail International Circuit? Apparently,
F1 doesn't go here, correct?
I believe they do now.
Are they coming too?
Well, remember, it's I believe it's the same Qatar. Doesn't F1 host a Qatar race or Qatar host an F1 race?
I don't think that they did.
I thought they did this year.
No, they're doing the World Cup right now.
Oh yeah, true.
Maybe
that's
what you're thinking of.
I don't know.
And the World Cup was the same situation. They just bought the bid. So
yes. So with this whole Qatar race starting in 2024, apparently they've signed a contract to race at Qatar through 2029.
2029?
2024 to 2029. So 5 years.
Whoa, that's kind of a while.
Yeah, it's a while, but it's not that while.
Okay.
And with that said, apparently this is supposed to be the new opening round of the WEC. What does that tell you?
I believe in 2023, F1 will be at Qatar. They paused Qatar this year. I don't know I think it might have been COVID related or something like that.
Did they race there before?
They raced in 2021.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say I could have swore they did.
Yep.
So, going back to what I was saying, this new Qatar WEC race, it's supposed to be the season opener race.
Wait a minute.
That's what I was saying.
That usually happens here in Florida.
Yeah.
With the 1,000 kilometers. Right before the Sebring 12 hours.
Yeah, 1,000 mile, the Super Sebring, right?
Right.
We have 1,000 mile Sebring,
yeah.
Sebring 12 hour. Ta-da, there's your weekend.
Okay. You can't go from Qatar to Sebring very quickly. I can tell you that.
Yeah, so this poses the question of, so what happens to Sebring?
Uh-oh. This is the season opener. So this either has to have, and this is, 2024. So they haven't put it on the calendar yet. If it was 2023, they would have already had to have it and would have been planning now. But this means either this happens in January, February, or it doesn't happen, or the WEC Sebring IMSA collaboration event gets kicked.
So rumors are saying that the Qatar race is supposed to start late February, early March.
That's very close to Sebring.
That is very, 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 very close.
That's too close to Sebring.
So
we saw what happened with the SRO at Sebring.
So I agree. That was rough. So I've got some quotes from some higher ups at the ACO and the WEC and all that here. So you remember Lecoin? We met him in Fionn. Right? All right. So they were having a conversation with reporters. Lecoin told reporters that they would need a minimum 3-week gap between Qatar to Florida. That's what they've worked out logistically to make it across the world.
It's a month. I can tell you it's a month.
It's not 3 weeks.
It's not 3 weeks.
It's a month. It's a goddamn 4.5 week trip.
Yes.
Right? You're carting an entire series across the whole globe, as far across the globe as you can manage.
The SRO did not do qualifying. They just started the race because the cars were stuck in port in shipping containers. That's not a good look.
They said 3 weeks would be enough time to air freight the cars from the Middle East to Florida.
No, sorry. It was Creventic that had that problem, not the SRO.
Correct. It was Creventic.
Yes.
Yep. So, yeah, they're saying 3 weeks is all you need to air freight them from the Middle East.
I don't think so.
I don't know about that. So here's a quote from Lecoin. He says, "We will manage that. Frankly speaking, it's too early to give precise answers. We can do it, but the question is about logistics." Yeah, we know that. "We are working on it. We can still go back to Sebring or in the U.S., of course. The U.S. is very important for us, so there's no question to cancel a round in the U.S." And then Pierre Fillon chimes in and says, "Yeah, absolutely. I want to insist Sebring is in the plan at the moment. Sebring is still planned for 2024. Sebring will stay on the calendar in March. You can begin the season at the beginning of March as Formula One does."
Ooh.
No, you can't.
No, yikes.
You cannot. It is also understood that the WEC's contract with Sebring is up for renewal following the 2023 edition.
Sebring's getting the boot. Sebring's getting the boot.
Now, apparently a bunch of other venues have been floated around. They've pondered Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Don't want to see that.
No.
Don't really want to see it at all. The other one, though, Road Atlanta.
Okay.
Better, but it's going to suck not having the Super Sebring because that's such a cool event.
It will, but we're spoiled. Remember, Super Sebring has only happened in the past
3 years.
So
it'll be the third year, right?
It'll be back to normal 12 hours of Sebring, which is more about the IMSA event.
Well, yes, but it's just really cool.
To be honest, when we were there, did it feel like the WEC race was a bolt-on?
A little bit.
To me, it totally felt like it.
A little bit.
They were pushed off to the side in the pits. They weren't the main pit area. The race itself didn't draw the crowd that the 12 hours did. It's not as long of a race. They had it rained out at the end of the race. There weren't as many top-class cars. The racing wasn't as good. It was a bolt-on, which is sad to say, but that's just what it was.
I see your point. What if they bolted it to Petite?
That'd be neat. I'd be for that.
Yeah. Well, apparently, though, Le Quin was dismissing any speculation, and he was insisting that Sebring is still the plan.
I highly doubt it.
It's impossible.
I highly doubt it.
It's impossible. Creventic showed us how impossible it is.
To be fair, the WEC does travel faster and more than Creventic does.
Yes.
Creventic has a smaller travel budget.
Yes, but you're going from Qatar to Sebring. If you even do Qatar, if they're insisting March 1st, how in the hell are you going to get that many cars, that many people, that many support, that much everything from Qatar to Florida in 2.5 to 3 weeks? That's impossible. Are you kidding me?
I understand, but keep in mind, they go like 6 hours of Fuji, September 11th, 8 hours of Bahrain, November 12th. That's 30 days, so that's a month.
It's a month.
Right? I agree. 3 weeks is putting it close.
They usually do about a month between races.
They go from Spa to Le Mans to Monza to Fuji to Bahrain. Oh, and Sebring's in the beginning. So they do travel around the world pretty consistently. When we were in the pits, you saw all the shipping containers that they had. They're very efficient at packing up the whole event in the venue and just shipping it to the next place.
True. Another big, huge but here. The travel that you just mentioned, they're kind of in a somewhat commonsensical way of traveling. They're not going Sebring, Spa, then back to Laguna Seca,
right,
then to Australia, then to Silverstone, then to South Africa. They're not crossing the globe back and forth. They're kind of working their way geographically around the world.
I get that.
Call me a pessimist here, but I fear for the fate of the 1,000 miles of Sebring.
I suspect you're right. I hope that they pick a good track in the U.S. I suspect that they will still run in the U.S. I don't think they'll ditch the U.S.
They're
altogether.
both insisting they're going to keep a U.S. event.
I think they kind of have to for IMSA, to be honest.
Yeah.
If they want to keep the partnership going like the way that it is. They don't technically have to because they pulled out of it before and it still worked, but it's better if you have a U.S. race.
Agreed.
Now, IMSA doesn't have a Europe race, which is kind of interesting. I guess they come over for Le Mans, some teams and drivers.
Well, IMSA is really just North America.
Right, as it always has been.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a different story. But interesting that they want to try to keep Sebring. I think 3 weeks is way too close. I could see them pulling it off, but Not easily.
I can't see them getting anywhere close to pulling it off.
That is a rough start to a season.
Could you imagine being a driver?
That would be rough.
As a driver, going from Qatar to Florida, then to where would they go after that? Spa?
Yeah, in theory.
So you go the Middle East to Redneck, Florida, to Spa. That's like halfway around. That's fully around the world, and then halfway around the world. Within one of the trips is within 3 weeks. The other trip is, within the first 2 months of the season, you're crossing the globe.
I totally agree. We'll see
Again,
what happens.
I hate to be such a pessimist here, but I just kind of feel like, what the hell are they going to do?
2023 adds Portimao in April.
Oh, so it goes Sebring, Portimao, Spa?
Portimao, Spa, Le Mans, Monza, Fuji, Bahrain.
Oh,
Yes.
So it goes... All right, so Sebring... Okay, Florida, Portugal, Belgium, France, Italy, Japan, Bahrain. Again, geographically, that still kind of makes sense. You're not going Florida, Fuji, and then
Right.
Spa, and then Bahrain, and then Portimao, then Le Mans. Like, you're going from west to east, north to east to Middle East.
Okay, let me ask you this question. If they kick Sebring, where do they insert the U.S. track to make sense for the flow? There's nowhere.
It would... God damn, you're right.
There's nowhere. It's like you're over in the U.S., then you go to Europe, then you go to Fuji, then you go to Bahrain.
Yeah, but at least, I don't know. I just feel like it's doomed.
We'll see. I think they can pull it off, but I don't think it'll last long.
I give it a year of going Qatar to Sebring. I think a singular year is all you get.
You're probably right. Yep. Unfortunate. So let's move on to some other WEC IMSA news. All right. So news came out that Action Express Cadillac will be racing at Le Mans in 2023.
Yeah.
So I think we've heard that Cadillac did want to run Le Mans.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know what car. We suspected it would be one of these LMDHs. We didn't know what team. We didn't know if it'd be an IMSA car or a full WEC car or what. Turns out it's going to be Action Express Racing. They're going to jump over to France and they're going to run it. That will put this up to 6 manufacturers running in 2023.
That's good.
Them being Cadillac, Ferrari, Glickenhaus, Peugeot, Porsche, and Toyota.
Wow.
That's good.
That's going to be awesome.
Do we know if BMW is running in 2023?
I think they're trying to.
I think they are too. And then in 2024, we'll probably have also BMW, possibly Baikalis, possibly Lamborghini.
Lamborghini is supposed to run 2024.
Okay. Which would put to 9 manufacturers.
God,
a lot.
Damn.
There is talk right now in the WEC at limiting the P2 class
to accommodate for more LMDH and LMH.
Right. Which is interesting. I think they're trying to limit it between 10 and 15, which I will say that class is big right now. Very big.
I think that's a great move.
I think so too, but actually the competition in P2 is like pretty spicy.
It is, but from a fan's perspective,
it's not as marketable. That's the problem.
It's not as marketable, and it's not as much fun to watch. There's more of a certain type of traffic where there will be more equal amounts of different traffic.
Yes. So this does take one of 3 automatically allocated spots. So I didn't know this, but IMSA, or the WEC, the WEC, gives IMSA 3 spots to run at Le Mans. You're guaranteed 3 cars to run from your series.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either. This is one of the 3 done. So there's 2 more that we'll see, likely. They could be GT cars, they could be P2s, they could be LMDHs. We'll see. I suspect there will at least be 1 GT, and then the other one's up in the air, right?
I bet it's going to be Porsche GTP LMDH and Corvette GTD.
Corvette makes sense. I don't think that Porsche makes sense because they already have a WEC car.
Yes, but I think the customer team that's going to have the Porsche GTP will want to run.
From this article, there already will be another customer team running at Le Mans.
Okay.
So I don't think it will be the IMSA car. I think we're more likely to see BMW or Acura.
Acura would make more sense because I think BMW is going to want to race it anyway, so they'll probably contest some sort of BMW LMDH anyway.
And I hope to see an Acura there. I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be super cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be neat.
So that is what I have about that. Do you have any other news?
I do have one more bit of news, and it's about some drivers. So when we do go to the Rolex in January, it's going to be a pretty star-studded event, as it usually is.
It always is.
You're right, because everyone wants a Rolex Daytona on the wrist at the end of 24 hours.
True.
Can't blame them there. But we do get another F1 driver gracing us with their presence.
Who might that be?
K-Mags.
Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah, Kevin Magnussen, who actually also just raced the Golf 12-hour.
True.
Yeah, and he raced with an old chap you and I might know.
Who?
Jan Magnussen.
Father-son.
Yep. You know, it actually took me until way longer than I like to admit to realize they're father and son.
Yep.
It took me up until, probably 5 years ago to realize they're not separate entities, that they are a family unit.
Right.
Which is just hilarious. And looking at a picture of them together, oh my God, they're a spitting freaking image of each other.
Yeah.
They look exactly the same. One just has more hair.
looking at their driver's suit, looks like they're running a Ferrari.
That was from the Golf 12 Hour.
Oh.
They're racing a Porsche.
Really?
The Porsche 992 GT3R, which I'm so excited to see.
I want to see Kevin Magnussen in a Corvette with his dad. I really want to see that.
I know, because that's how we know Jan Magnussen.
That's how it should be. That's how the universe should be.
Wait a minute. Jan, since he's kind of retired from IMSA, he has been currently doing a ton of racing in Porsches these past couple of years. So is what it is. But yeah, they're both gonna be racing. Kevin and Jan. Actually, that trio right there is the exact trio racing at the Rolex. And that team, was it MPK? I think it's MPK. Or MDK Motorsports. It's Kevin Magnussen, Jan Magnussen, and Mark Kavami, I think is how you say his name. Right. They're racing a GT3R. And I didn't realize this, but did you know Jan and Kevin also raced in 2021 the 24 Hours Le Mans in a P2? I did not know that. I had no clue.
No.
But kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, so kind of cool.
Glad to see more drivers rolling out to the Rolex.
It's going to be cool to see. So yeah, that's all I got for news.
That's all I got, buddy.
All right. Well, then, thanks so much for watching and listening to episode 150. If you were watching on YouTube, please do leave us a comment on the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and a thumbs up there. Let us know in that comment. Who are you thinking is going to be one of the other two of the three IMSA cars in the 24 Hours Le Mans? Be curious to know your thoughts. And if you're listening on audio only, please do leave us a 5-star rating and a review on your platform of choice. And don't forget, while you've got your phone out, follow us on social. Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram is We Are Auto _. YouTube is We Are Auto. And our website is weareauto.io, where you can go in and catch some of your favorite past series. So thanks again. Catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.